save, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! He tries to net walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood. Teresi gets a shot away and scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores! And then towards Cox, goes to the shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! Perth over the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Hello and welcome all to the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium tonight for this AIHL game. The Perth Thunder visiting the home team, the Newcastle Northstars. Welcome, Steve. Peter Lambert here with you tonight.
It's great to be here again, Peter, and I'm really going to enjoy this game tonight. There's so much at stake for both teams in regards to points on the ladder and where they're actually going to be after this game. The Thunder coming off a loss last night, and of course the Newcastle Northstars haven't beaten the Thunder this year at all, so we'd certainly be trying to turn that around tonight. So it all bodes for a great game.
Last chance for Newcastle. They of course lost both in Perth. The first one understandable, that first weekend away. It's a tough trip, especially going to Perth. I think for a whole weekend would be okay, but going to Adelaide first is pretty rough.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a very tough weekend.
Yeah, we've done 2 of those.
And to the North Stars' credit, they did very, very well. They didn't get the points at all. So it was
a couple of close ones.
Yeah, and you're right, Peter. They were short a lot of players really tonight. They've pretty much got everyone that they need to have, except for Morantz is the only one that's probably is missing tonight.
John F. Kennedy is the other one.
He's
not back
too.
returned yet. Zane Jones is a couple of weeks from returning as well. So we'll see a stronger North Stars in a couple of weeks' time, but it might be too late.
Oh, well, let's hope it's not too late. I mean, really, everyone in the organisation knows that they've got to turn it around very, very quickly, and of course tonight would be a perfect opportunity to do so. You're right, they are missing a couple of players, but they've still got a lot of talent on the ice. It's just a matter, I think, I know Coach Petrie has talked to him about it, shooting the puck at the net. Put the puck at the net, and that's where all the good things happen.
Both teams are on the ice for the last minute of this warm-up, and then we'll get things underway as far as pre-game, and then get, of course, our first 15 minutes here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. So, last game for the North Stars was here Saturday week. And a game they probably should have won a bit easier, the North Stars. They did win a shootout in the end. Gave up a point in doing so. What was your thought on that game, Steve?
Well, you're right. It was a very close game. I mean, it was hard to call. I mean, the ebb and flow all the way through was terrific in all seriousness. But how good was it? The North Stars actually did win in a shootout. I know they didn't want to go to a shootout. The goal was scored very late in the game. But the reality is they won a shootout. And you have to take that as a positive because it just hasn't been a strong thing for them this year.
Definitely not at home.
Definitely.
They've won a couple away, but they haven't won them here. So that was a nice change for us to see. And, of course, the Thunder have been going pretty well. They did beat Melbourne Ice, the first team to beat Melbourne Ice at all. Well, they did so last weekend. But last night they were playing the Ice Dogs, and the Ice Dogs did beat them in that Matt Clark Charity Shield game.
5-3 result.
Yeah, 5-3. So a clear win for the Ice Dogs. I don't really see that reflecting on tonight's game. It might even give the Thunder a bit more. What do you think?
Oh, I absolutely think so. I mean, they would want to come out of this weekend with at least 4 points. And the fact that they've now got 0 from that game means that probably would be a little bit disappointing with them for this weekend. So they'll definitely be trying to take 3 points tonight with an outright win. And I do believe that they have the goaltending and the defence to be able to nullify some of the North Stars' offensive talent. It's really up to the North Stars to lift now so they can negate that. But Woodman, Hazelhurst, I mean, they've got some really, really good guys at the back, the Perth Thunder. But as I said earlier, it is really time for the North Stars' offensive power to start coming through, putting pucks at the net, getting at pressure on the goaltender. making those dirty goals, the rebounds, the deflections, those sort of things need to happen. And I think that did happen in the last game they played here. They certainly concentrated on that a lot more. And it was good to see Pullen absolutely drilling the puck a couple of times, and one went straight through to the net. So he can actually do it, and it'd be great to see him do a bit more to that tonight.
I was looking through some stats before the game today. Looking over Tim Staines recently had his 150. We've got Matt Lindsay and Matt Wattini both came up on 200 games. So one thing I noticed though was that a lot of the guys, like Matt Wattini, has no points this year. That's a pretty telling stat. Like, these guys aren't meant to put up huge numbers, but 0 points. So that's a bit unusual for these pretty talented guys. They've had plenty of ice time too. It's a change of tactics. So I know that last week Northstars changed their game a bit, and it did work for them pretty well against Adelaide. I think it's a big test tonight. See how it goes against a really quality team like the Thunder.
You're right. You want depth right through your lineup so that you're scoring all the way through from the top 6 forwards, obviously, but you get it from the top 9, then it really starts to look terrific. I mean, Pullen's the leading scorer for the Northstars this year, and he's a defenseman. And good on him. He's a brilliant defenseman, and he certainly has offensive power. And that's why he is leading scoring for them. It just does need to happen that it just gets spread a bit further on some of the other guys. And it's not like they're not trying. I mean, everyone's trying to score. But the goaltending this year around the league's been pretty spectacular.
Of course, that is another part of this. And we've got quite a few import goalies in the league this season. That also makes a difference as well. There's several of the teams with import goalies this year, maybe as much as we've ever had. So I know there's quite a few in 2014, but there's at least 4 teams now, including this one here. The Perth Thunder have Peter DeSalvo, who's had a fantastic record in the AHL, and he will be hard to beat tonight for the Northstars.
Well, he's averaging 2.74 goals against per game, and his save percentage is over 918, so he's certainly a quality goaltender, and that's obviously why the Thunder have been so competitive all season and are in the position that they are. On the standing this year,
Northstars hitting the ice, and Charlie Smart's first out. I think it was Charlie. I didn't see the orange on the pads. That's what Nick wears. That's Charlie in net for the Northstars.
Charlie Smart.
And we fully expect DeSalvo in net for the Thunder. We've got young Mark McCann backing up. It's possible they could play McCann tonight if they played DeSalvo last night.
I'm pretty sure they'll be playing DeSalvo in all seriousness, Peter.
Yeah, it's still only halfway through the season, and yeah, there it goes to his net. So they want those points as much as the Northstars do, although they may not need them as much as the Northstars do. But even the Mustangs, who are in bottom place for some time, they've been winning some games as well. They're ahead of the Northstars as well. So because of this even spread of points, makes the job harder for Newcastle. They need to quickly get their percentages up. Instead of just over 1 point a game, they need to be well over 2 points per game from now on.
Absolutely. And the other 2 games that are being played tonight really could reflect on where the Northstars sit after this, no matter whether they win or lose. But certainly the 3 points is really what they're going to be after. There's no doubt about that.
Tiffany McShane singing the national anthem tonight. She was singing for us years back. She has already done so this year. But it's great to have people return and do this for us.
Spine tingling.
Yeah, she did a great job of that. Experienced singer, you can really can really tell the difference. We've got 15 minutes on the clock, Steve. We're about to get underway in this AIHL game. Peter DeSalvo's in his net. And the two teams are huddling and making their last minute statements to each other.
Yeah, there's no doubt the Thunder will be wanting to go hard right from the word go. They've got that game under their belt last night. They realised that a loss is not what they wanted or needed, so they'll be really, really pumped up, and certainly Jamie Woodman is really pumping the boys up. The North Stars haven't played for a little while. They'd certainly be well rested, and again, I'm sure their pressure game is what they're going to be trying to put on. First line, the import line, will be doing everything they can to get hard into the Thunder zone, and then the other defensive plays that the second and third line have been using should put a lot more pressure on the Thunder. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can actually handle that, because I know the North Stars are very, very happy with the systems they're using at the moment.
Certainly made them look a lot more competitive and composed last weekend, and I think the advantage of the more defensive system they played last weekend is that it spreads the lines a bit. Not so much you had to change players, but it evens out the lines a little.
Yeah, and the guys have bought into the system, which makes it even better. So if they can just keep the pressure on the Thunder, the good things will come, and that's all they need to do, is keep the pressure on. Let the guys make mistakes. Here we go.
Puck is dropped, game is underway, and Newcastle have possession. They'll dump it in. Chasing it is Kewen, beaten to it by Woodman, just with a stick, but Kewen hands it off to Hutterick, who goes to the corner, gets a Kewen from the dots and shoots, and a save by Peter DeSalvo. He's not sure, he checks, it's in his glove. That's
the intention that we need from the North Stars. Throw that puck hard at the net and make sure DeSalvo knows that they're going to come at him and at him and at him tonight. So a real good opening,
Interesting, they've quickly changed lines, and Perth have followed. And we've got Manwaring taking the face-off. Jonathan Ruth out there with Matt Lindsay. Matt Watini's on the point, so we've got a forward up front. Into the zone go the Thunder. Fires on net, and it doesn't make it past the defence. Fire around the boards, and the Thunder will keep it in. That's Hazelhurst. Goes behind the net, trying to bring it out front for the shot, and it's cut off. Doesn't get to Goranson. Newcastle get possession back, but they've let it loose, and it's picked up on the half boards by the Thunder. They keep it in the zone just. Newcastle appealing, but the linesman was happy it was kept in.
Okay, that swing and a miss then was a good result for the North Stars from the Thunder.
Dumped in by Ruth, and he will pursue the puck into the corner. Goranson hands it off to 42 Ouellette, and quick breakout by the Thunder. Nice transition. A quick shot on net and a save by Charlie Smart. He gloves it down for his D. Pullen waiting, looking, and he's going to drop off, and we're going up the middle at the moment.
Kabashian.
Into the zone comes Kabashian, looking inside. He had some sublime passes last week, takes it to the dot, keeps going. He's skating around everyone, and one of the players has broken a stick.
Oh.
One of the Perth players, a shot by Pullen is wide of the net from an acute angle, and we're going to stop a play.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably see a slash here, I would suggest. How good is that skill there from Kabashian? He just held onto the puck. It was like it was glued to the end of his stick, and no one could take it away from him. But it was the speed that he was skating around the zone that stopped them from doing that. So, and he's drawn the penalty in the end.
Was that... yeah, because the man had carrying the puck was not the one who had the second broken stick. It was the Perth player. So
it's either going to get called for playing with a broken stick or for slashing.
That must have been it, playing with a broken stick, illegal equipment. Yeah, you can't skate around with the stick handle. It has to be dropped immediately.
Yeah, we're just trying to work out which Perth Thunder player it was.
I believe it was Goranson. Or was
referee's night request saw the play, but he's just not 100% sure who it was.
It might be
It's one of the Kudla boys.
I think it's Simon, is it? 26? I can see the 6. Yes, yep. Simon Kudla. He'll sit 2 minutes, I assume, for illegal equipment. We'll find. We can see if we can verify that when it's called. So we've got a power play for the North Stars unexpectedly. To the right of DeSalvo, they face off, and Kabashian will take it versus Bernard. And Rick West is telling his players to get out of the circle before the puck is dropped. he will call penalty. In the corner, cut up by Hacho. Drop back for Kabashi, misses, and cleared by the Thunder.
That's a very aggressive penalty kill here from the Thunder. They're putting the pressure on the North Stars immediately.
Newcastle going to kick up the left wing. Kabashi,
this is
inside, look for the pass. Checked.
He's the guy you want to have the puck. Kabashian's unbelievable with
His
it.
delivery is outstanding, yeah. To the top of the circle. Charek to Malloy. He's down low assisting, and you've got Poole and McEwen up at the top of the blue line at the moment. Malloy happy to get into the dirty areas. He considers it one of his part-time jobs. Or deflection, and it goes off to Salvo's pads. Fortunate for Thunder, it was a nice redirect off Poole. Picked up by Goranson. He spins, and McEwen close to getting called for a high stick there.
Wow.
It was about shoulder height, or maybe a little bit above. He got away with it. Not a penalty, that one. That was
It's obviously below the shoulder, mate. It's obviously below the shoulder.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't a penalty call. That would have been a stop and play. But
Yes.
never mind. We continue, and there's a stop and play anyway.
Yeah, we got an offside call at the blue line against the North Stars. Yeah, the North Stars, again, really working hard on that power play. A lot of hard work happening, but unfortunately not many opportunities. Because, again, the PK from the Thunder is very aggressive, in your face the whole time, and not really allowing the North Stars any opportunity with the puck. So it'll be interesting to see how the second unit goes now.
Back underway, and Ruth has a puck. Out of his net goes to Salvo. He gets a little push by Ferrari, who gets a reaction. He gets a bit of a chop and a push back. And I think Ferrari's done his job here. I think he's pulled a penalty out of Pumler. Although Ferrari was the cheeky one there.
Well, it always gets a little bit difficult in front of the net, and the two boys were going at it hard, trying to gain position there. And it wouldn't surprise me if both of them go, but yeah, it looks like the referee's pointing at Ferrari
Darren
as well.
Hawkins taking Ferrari off as well. So they've picked up the original infraction. Oh no, they haven't. So I can understand the reaction, because Ferrari was trying to upset DeSalvo successfully.
Yeah, the referee was pointing at both 25s, but so far only the Thunder player has gone to the bench. Penalty box. Coach Petrie's coming out on the ice to have a bit of a chat.
See what happens with this. It's looking like a 5-on-3. So reacting does not do any favours. It was a cheeky push or a nudge by Ferrari when DeSalvo was prone. That's what got them upset. DeSalvo slashed, and Pundler got a glove up in the face is what's been called, because that's what's been seen.
Correct, but it looks like it'll be a 5-on-4. Coach Ruck just trying to decide. No, just needed to put another player in the
I
box.
suspect that's a player sitting for DeSalvo slash. We haven't heard that from the box yet, but that's my guess. Face off one by Thunder, but Newcastle get it with a later win to the blue line. Kewen walks across, hands it off. Pardon me, that's Kabashian. Kewen. Pull it, fires from the blue line. It's just wide of the net. He won't get to that in time. It's out of the zone, so back goes Kabashian. Number 14, he's working. He's got Kewen at the circle. Malloy's screening. Shot. Saved by Leftalvo with the pads. That's fine down the ice.
Salvo looks so good, and it just had his pad on the ice, didn't have to do anything, just deflected it off into the corner.
Time to get on back, so we've got a 5-on-4 now. Back to a regular power play. Felix Pullen takes it into the zone himself and drops off, and he'll continue after that puck. He's held up a little by Goranson. And they battle for it at the blue line. Pullen takes no chances, picks it up, and sends it back in once they're all across. Inside, a quick shot by Kabashian just over the top of that crossbar. Then it goes to Smart, who'll stop the puck. He hasn't seen much of the puck so far.
Yeah, a couple of shots there by the North Stars on net. Again, it would have been nice if maybe a couple more. But now referees had to call up the play to just check what's going on with the clock, I think.
Because did they have 3 in the box? Is that the problem?
They had 3 in the box.
So they've let one out. It should have been a 5-on-3 still, if that was the case.
Possibly.
So
we're still not sure what the calls were in the first place.
yeah, so they had 3 in the box and they've let one out when the penalty expired, which is not correct because the other 2 had to come up. So the player couldn't get back on until the next stop of play. And it was still going to be 5-on-3. So actually it was a too many men by the Thunder, but it was actually, in that case, it was the fault of Lewis in the box.
Well, I certainly hope the officials sort this out very quickly so that we can get on with the game, because nothing builds frustration more than everyone not 100% sure what's going on out on the ice. Coach Ruck's got a smile on his face, but I think it's a wry smile. In that
I think it's a wry one, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what is the call will be now, as to whether he'll allow that.
It should still be a 5-on-3.
It should be.
I think they maybe put that time back on. That's how they've dealt with that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Dave Ferrari's been put over in the box. We sort of called that when the altercation happened, Peter, but he never went over. So I'm not sure whether someone's worked that out that he should have been there. So that's why they've sent him over.
If there was a penalty in the play just then, I'm not sure, but I don't think Dave was out.
No, it wasn't. No, so that's what I mean. So I think they've just picked that up from the previous play.
This is a bit bizarre, right? Well, see what Rick West has got for us.
Well, we know we have a face-off in the Northstars zone. That much we know. So the Northstars have 5 on the ice at the moment. The Thunder have 4.
Okay,
obviously something's still not quite clear as to what should be going on or not going on.
So they've put Ferrari's penalty the same as that of Pundler, which is probably what we originally thought was going to happen.
That's what we originally thought was going to happen, yes. Because the referee did point to both of them, and the linesman came and escorted both of them at the time, so I'm not quite sure why Ferrari didn't go straight to the box.
Well, it wasn't on the clock either.
But I think our referee's just trying to talk with the penalty box attendants and just make sure that it does flow on smoothly from now on. There's a good crowd in here again tonight, Peter, for a Sunday night. It's good to see. There's a couple deep here in the standing area, and most of the stands look like they're full. So obviously the Newcastle people are ready for a great game tonight, because I don't think there'll be many Perth Thunder fans over here, to tell you the truth.
No, it's a bit of an expensive road trip. It's almost as cold inside as outside tonight. In fact, it could even be the reverse later on. Just waiting for play to resume. We're getting close, I think. The linesman already down at Newcastle's end.
We know the face-off will be down there. Our referee is just discussing it with Coach Ruck, so he's fully aware of what the situation is and what's the situation on the ice. And now we'll go talk to Coach Petrie for the Northstars and help him with that as well too. But at this stage it looks like it's 5-on-4, but that could change.
Well, the clock's changed again. Ferrari's penalty has come off. I'm not sure why. It might be that they're tracking another penalty, because, as we said, there was originally 3 for Perth Thunder. 1 sitting to Salvo, Pundler, and the original, which was the illegal equipment. Fans have been pretty patient so far.
Well, they have been, but
they're quickly changing.
Yeah, some noises being made in front of us here, so they obviously want to get on with it, as we all do.
Less than 5 minutes in, so we've got no score at the moment.
Well, I think we're about to go. The referee's pointed to the spot.
Very good.
Linesman's ready. North Stars have 5 on the ice. The Thunder have 4.
So it looks like Ferrari's penalty's been called now, even though it wasn't called originally. So he wasn't on the ice in that last bit of play. But Newcastle in the park. Let's talk about the now. Into the zone they go. Hewitt nearly losing it as he had to dodge the cross, the hip check at the blue line. Into the zone they go. Dalton Malloy misses his check, and that's off a stick and high for a stop and play.
Yeah, certainly Brolter's not the man that you want to have the puck if you're a Newcastle Northstars fan. And he looked dangerous just coming down that right wing, just setting up the defence, not really knowing what he was going to do. And when you've got the power play, the last thing you want to do is see a dangerous guy coming down from the PK unit. You want to make sure you've got the puck, not the Thunder.
Face off by Bernard and Kabashian. It's won by Bernard, so Hazelhurst can keep it in the zone, but it's cut off by Newcastle's defence. And they're going up the left wing at the moment. We're going across, and it just gets into the skates there of Kabashian, but Thunder clear it, and back it goes into Newcastle's end.
So we're 5-on-5 again now.
Touch there, Kabashian. And number 3, Hazelhurst, avoids a check from the same. Hacharik down low, pushed by Goranson. Goranson steals the puck and wraps around the boards. Into the corner they go.
Timmy Stanger.
Stanger's out there for a shift. Hard worker in the corner. Worked up his 150. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Kabashian trying to dig it out of Kudla. Hewitt keeps it in the zone. Off the boards it goes and bounces. It's in front. Scooping past there. Bounces over sticks and out the other side. So Hayden Sheard's going back to pick it up. So Newcastle starting to change up their lines a little because the players did have a long rest there, though. We're even teams, though.
Yeah, it's good to see this line out on the ice. Hamish Powell's out there as well.
They're getting cold.
We've got a penalty coming now. It looks like it's going to be against the North Stars for tripping. It looks like it's Hamish Powell taking the call. It's always difficult for Hamish because he's such an aggressive player and always wanting to be in the action all the time. Sometimes a guy can just put a skate the wrong way and unfortunately your stick's there and bingo, that's what happened then. So he's got a tripping call. So after the North Stars power play, where unfortunately they didn't probably get enough pressure on the Thunder, now Perth Thunder go on the power play.
The power play begins now to the left of Charlie Smart. Puck is dropped. Thunder have it to the blue line for Bernard. Quick shot on net through the screen. It's off the boards and bounces in the middle of the ice. Newcastle get to it first. Poulin he chops at it and they're going to stop the play.
Great shot there from the point from Bernard, and Charlie Smart just closed the gap. The 5-hole was huge there for a second, but he just closed the gap perfectly and made sure that there was no strong rebound in front of the net, so there's no real pressure from the Thunder. So good goalie save.
Face off. That one won again by the Thunder.
Linesman's down.
Darren Hardy-Hawken, I believe it is. To the half boards. The pass goes out the other side to Hazelhurst. Just under the stick of the defender, so Thunder with it still, but they're kept in the outside for now. Cut off there, it's in mid-ice though, and Newcastle will pick it up. Kabashian skates it out. It's going to be Hazelhurst. Moves to get around him in close, shoots. DeSalvo with a save.
And I tell you, Kabashian would have loved that because he and Hazelhurst had a few little altercations down in the corner before where they're putting body on body. and certainly Kardashian came out of the best in that, and to go straight round Hazelhurst like he was standing still was a great play. But the man has the skill; he can do that sort of thing to you.
It's a slick move to fake with the body and put the puck out the other side. Thunder lady getting a player out to get their 5, and Kudla comes out to make up the 5th. Webster vacates the dot. David Kudla with it now. Up the middle he goes. He'll take the left wing option. Into the zone they go. Carried by Sack. Kept in the blue line there.
Oh, great play.
Dave Kudla. And he muscles Liam. In the corner. There's a breakaway for Pullen. Left, right. Backhand. Scores!
Oh, yes. Jonathan Ruth. What a
Beats
goal.
the salvo for a 1-0 lead for the North Stars.
Oh, look at that. Penalty kill goal for the Newcastle Northstars, set up by the second unit. Just such hard work by Liam Manwaring up on that right board so that he could get the puck past, and Jonathan Ruth just made one little play straight through, backhand, bingo. What a goal.
I mean, he's a fantastic defenseman, but those skills, I mean, he doesn't get to use them as much in defence as he would as a forward, but it's a bit of a Forsberg move. That same move he keeps pulling off in the shootouts and all that. Fakes with the body and does the big drag across the net, beats the salvo. Face-off, won again by the Thunder. They're doing very good on the face-off tonight. Jessica Bernard has the puck. He takes the left wing option and goes to Bro into the zone. Cross pass, great pass. Hooks up with Ouellette, but Ouellette's shot saved by Smart off the body. And we've got another stop play.
I think the net's come off, Peter. Gee, that was Charlie Smart would be very, very happy that he made the save on that, because that puck came out, bounced off the boards, came right out in front, and no one saw it coming through at all. And I'm not sure who it was. It could have been Brault who actually had the shot there. But gee whiz, Charlie Smart would be gone. Thank you very much.
Face off, once again won by the Thunder. Bernard gets back in front. It's stopped and back out into the corner it goes. Picked up at Goranson. To the point. Bro hands it off to Ouellette. Shot saved by Smart with the glove. Pulls it in tight to the body.
Yeah, just watching this, it's the big difference between the North Star power play and the Thunder power play is that the Thunder are just booming shots in at Charlie Smart. He's good enough to take them. He's been putting the rebounds into the corners and that, or he's been covering it up to get the face-off. But that's the real difference. The North Stars work it around a lot more and don't get as many shots away on the net. So you always feel like you're under pressure if there's shots coming at you.
Face-off, that one won by Newcastle. Thunder nearly stole it back though, and we're back to even teams as Hamish Powell gets back on the ice. He's head to the bench now. We've got a change. And I think it's queuing on.
And Pat Naden.
It's Pat Naden, 91. On the ice, we've got to stop a play as the salvo stops that one as it dribbles down to him with 6:44 left in the first. 1-0 the lead for the North Stars.
And in one of our other games tonight, Peter, the down the ice and the Bears are playing at the moment, and the ice is up 5-4 at the end of the second. So that's a very close game, very close game.
Close one, yeah. Yesterday was close too. Bears have a sniff again, but really hard to beat the depth of that ice team this year. Behind the net goes for the skipper Woodman. He sends it up the left wing. Touch Newcastle stick and they send it back into neutral ice, but Thunder have possession once more. Pundler hands it off, and now it's up to Webster. It's Kieran Webster to bring it in. Instead, he sent it over. Quick shot from the point by Powell, doing his Harry Potter wand. Here he goes. Pundler up the left wing. Skating hard again is Hamish Powell. He's a very hard worker. That's his main attraction for coaches, just how hard he works, how hard he skates at all times.
Geez, the North Stars are doing well defensively here, just to block that neutral zone so the Thunder can't get through.
It's a very young line at the moment. I think it's all Aussie young guys.
Yes, it is.
Great to see. And they're doing a great job. Another young Aussie, Charlie Smart. Down into the corner. Tim Stanger takes a bump. from Woodman, I think it is. No, 28. It's Bernard. And that runs down the other end for an icing call. So this young line are going to be on the ice for another shift.
Yeah, I like, I do like Hayden Sheard playing defence on this line, but they have Tim Stanger actually playing defence as well too, and that's interesting because Tim actually started his career way back in their under-18s as a defenceman, so it's kind of like Back to the Future.
One of your studies, Steve?
Yep.
To the blue line. Goranson fires it in, and there's a battle behind the net for it, into the corner. Stanger working hard but can't take it away from the Thunder. It goes out the other side a little bit too close for comfort. This line needs a change. They've been pinned in their own end for a while. And they'll be hoping to freeze a puck. They're collapsed down pretty low at the moment, so they're in a bit of danger. Some breathing room as Thunder go left and right. Goranson fires it into the corner instead, trying to get it out from behind, but instead of the half boards for a boomer. And a save by Smart with the pads.
Yeah.
Newcastle pinned still. Goranson waits. This line's working hard, but they're out there a long time.
They're going to be tired.
Thunder now into the corner, out to the point. They'll be wearing down this line of young fellas. Goranson fires out the other side to Hazelhurst. Even the Thunder will be getting tired now, but they're not as much under pressure as much as Newcastle. They're trying to keep focused.
Good stick.
And a touch by Newcastle, and Rattini dumps the puck and takes a hit, but he does it for his team who get a change of lines. Bashing quickly after Hazelhurst, who also had a very long shift. And that's fired on net, and out the other side it goes. Doesn't make it to Smart. Queuing into the zone. He looks inside. He's got Kabashin behind it.
Good play.
Off the post. Beautiful shot by Pullen, but just not enough on the inside of the post, and it's gone straight back out. And straight away, Pullen's been called for a elbow, I think.
No, he's been rewarded by getting an interference call against him. He actually stepped into the Thunder player a bit too early. He didn't have the puck, unfortunately.
So another chance for the Thunder. Down 1-0 at the moment, but after it wasn't a power play, but it was like one when they had that young line trapped out there for a good couple of minutes after they'd already done a shift.
But a great way to finish. Matt Rattini putting his stick in a passing lane and taking that off, so he was able to come down, put the puck back into the Thunder zone, and take a monster hit.
And might even matter. I mean, must have been fully gassed just to say, go, go, go. Forget about it, just go, and just get it up ice. And he did so. He took it over the red line. At that point, done his job.
Well, these are the sort of things that really help your momentum too. So it'll be interesting to see if the North Stars continue, because this power play could hurt them.
See how we go. Hazelhurst, often the man doing the quarterback role for their power play. And that's chipped up ice by Newcastle. McEwen gets a touch behind him, but can't bring it in front. Thunder, though, under pressure at the blue line. And they lose it, and Newcastle on the counter with a quick skate up ice. Comes to Bashin, moving inside, freaks, score!
Oh, yes.
What a deke! 2 shorties for Newcastle. Thunder still on the power play, though.
They're going to be yelling at the referee, give us penalties all night long, son. This is fantastic. 2 short-handed goals from the North Stars.
We're used to seeing that the other way around. Newcastle have been giving up shorties this year.
Let's got a few words to keep saying to the North Star bench there. I'm not sure what went on there, but they kind of ran into each other as they were going through the process.
They keep partying right in front of that gate there, the Thunder gate, and I think there's a little bit of mind games there, perhaps.
But a great read by Kabashin to get his stick in the lane so that he was able to grab the puck and move forward quickly. But this Perth Thunder looked pedestrian with their power play then, so it was only just waiting for an opportunity like that to come. And good luck to the North Stars for it. 2-0.
Kabashin and Pullen are the men with the goal so far. Pullen very close to having 2. Back underway, 2-0 lead for Newcastle. Probably, they had the better possession earlier in the game, but with lots of penalties lately. And they are still killing this penalty right now, so it's not over. And they are not that far ahead, really. Thunder. Right now it's Brendan has the puck. He's looking for his options. He goes to the half boards. We've got David Kudler up at the top of the umbrella. He has the puck now. fires a shot through the screen, but it's hit a Newcastle player and bumped down and scared it out. Thunder steal it back, but Kewen's providing the pressure on Kubler. Thunder had to change power play lines because they'd been out for a while, and of course did get scored on. Dave Ferrari down low. He can't get out of the zone, but it looks like it's gone out of play. We'll have a stop of play, Steve. 33 seconds still remaining in this penalty kill for Newcastle.
Yeah, Ferrari's been very aggressive tonight. He's getting in the face of a lot of the different Perth Thunder players. Obviously, he just wants them to know that he's out on the ice so they can concentrate on him rather than trying to put the puck in the net. So he's done a really, really good job in regards to that. And that was Jonathan Bremner just then exchanging a few words with him.
I think anytime Dave gets reaction from the opposition players, he considers it a win.
Oh, absolutely.
At the blue line, working back and forth. Hazelhurst with a shot goes wide of the net and out the other side, and will be stopped by Bernard in 28. Dragging the stick is Ruth, trying to cut off that pass. Attempted pass gets bumped by a stick, and there's been a cross-check call.
Poor old Dave Ferrari, unfortunately, being a little bit too aggressive, and now he's going to get a cross-checking call against him.
So we've got 11 seconds of 5-on-3. So Thunder should see out this period on the power play, alleviating some pressure after giving up 2 short-handed goals. But we've got a towering Northstars team who've been killing penalties for pretty much the second half of this period, Steve.
Penalties hurt you normally, but hey, they've got 2 short-handed goals. Will they score a goal 5-on-3? Holy dooly, that'd be pretty amazing.
They've got 11 seconds to do so. Newcastle win that face-off though. Kabashian scoop that part down and lob shot, and Bro comes out to cut that off before Kewen can get down there. So Bernard will reverse that, picked up by Roulette. Gets it back to Bernard. Skates it into the zone, out to Hazelhurst, who's at the left point. Roulette takes his spot at the half boards now. Bernard at the top of the circle, top of the umbrella. Hands it off, looking to get it back. He does now, through the screen. Jimmy Direction scores. Hazelhurst with a beautiful move.
Yeah, screened the goalie, put his stick in the lane, deflected over Charlie Smart, so it was a very, very good goal. But I was just about to say, Peter, I mean, the real difference between the power plays that the Perth Thunder just finished having and previous ones was they weren't shooting the puck. Now, they shoot it, and it goes in the net. So, I didn't want to put the mocker by saying anything, but maybe I should have said something.
Till now, it's 2-1, so Thunder get one back within this period. And the first period had expired not that long ago, so Dave Ferrari is back on the ice. And once the clock catches up, it should be even teams. So Tommy hasn't wiped out that time yet, but yeah, they're 5-on-5. And already Ferrari is annoying Bro with the little subtle hanging the stick out in front of him. And once again, I think Dave would consider that a win. Anytime he annoys him, he's happy. And we've got another penalty, and I think this time the retaliation from Thunder or something.
Yeah, Bro's definitely gone.
Bro's just gone straight to the box.
Yep.
So he's been caught. And that was architected by one.
Number 25, Dave Ferrari. Oh, you're right, Peter. He'll be patting himself on the back saying, job well done. Now let's just hope that the pressure can be put on with this power play unit for the North Stars so that we can pop another one and be good to go into the break 3-1 up.
So there's 1:11 left in this period. So if Newcastle do not score, they'll still have some power play remaining on the other side of into the second period. Right now they are up 2-1. Both goals for North Stars so far short-handed. They didn't score on their own power plays earlier in the period. Face off and waved out is Hacharik.
He's giving the referee some helpful hints as to how to drop the puck.
One's won by Kewen. Kabashian. Such a smooth handle of the puck. Great skills. Knocked down by Kewen with the glove. Hacharik gets it to the blue line. Pulling. Malloy screening in front. Shot on net.
Oh,
off.
Post.
No, that was off the butt of Mr. Malloy, that one. He had to look around and check where it went. Oh, drop pass, beautiful. Sebastian off a stick. And way up high and stop and play.
Yeah, this is better. I mean, there's a lot of work around the net by the North Stars, but it's Perth Thunder are really worried about where the puck's going to come from. So those shots have been terrific. But DeSalvo, very square, ready for the puck each time. He's a great goaltender.
That one was actually up into the ceiling, so it's a stop and play for out of bounds. Newcastle, I think, waved. No, he's waving to Let, who was trying to sneak up the outside. So it was Thunder who waved out. And they didn't change. They didn't change who was on the face-off cut. That was the problem there. Newcastle win it with a push. Thunder clear it though, and Kewen will get on it. So Newcastle will need to regroup. They've only got 30 seconds left in this power play. 30 seconds left in the period, which they'll be on the power play. That's bounced off the boards, and Kewen will get it back after he battles Woodman. Bernard picks it up and throws it down ice. Just 12 seconds now, and so that will only give Newcastle one more opportunity to get something on net. Here they come now, Sebastian, dealing with the puck, looking for a pass through the other side. He was setting up Kewen coming in late, but that's it for the period. A 2-1 lead for the Newcastle Northstars after an onslaught of penalties there. Really drove the direction of the game there.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the beauty of this game is 5-on-5. There's no doubt about that. And when you're playing 5-on-5, it's one of the best games ever created by God. But I mean, the thing is that really special teams do come into it as well too. And the fact that the North Stars have scored 2 goals on special teams short-handed is a real credit to the pressure they've been putting on the Perth Thunder right from the opening face-off. Talking about face-offs, I am sure that North Stars would like to win a couple more than what they have. We sort of picked up last week as well too that their percentage on the face-offs is way below the opposition teams. So it unfortunately does not give you possession when you're not winning your face-offs.
It's funny because early in the season they were winning,
absolutely,
dominating, especially Kewen, and then he had the time when he was stuck in Bali. So when he had his first game back last weekend, he was beaten quite a few times off the face-off.
But I think this is definitely, you would say, a period that the North Stars will be proud of in regards to being up 2-1. Special teams working for them. They've had the pressure on the Perth Thunder, and really most of the shots from the Thunder have been from out wide, so they've been doing a good job in regards to that, keeping the puck out wide. The one that they did score on was a nice deflection by Hazelhurst, but again, the shot was from out wide, so they've done a good job keeping the pressure away from Goalie Smart.
Alright, so at the end of first period, Newcastle Northstars, the hosts, are leading the Perth Thunder 2-1, and we'll be back in around about 10 minutes time.
from the Brave, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassett with a shot, and he scores! And he tries to net walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood. Teresi gets a shot and scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoot, and he scores!
And towards Cox. Cox gets a shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! Perth take the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
AIHL is excited to announce the 2017 AIHL Finals presented by Air Canada. The O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne will host the final series featuring non-stop action the 2nd and 3rd of September. On Saturday, the final 4 teams go head-to-head in elimination semi-finals, and the winner of each will face each other on Sunday to battle for the ultimate honours, the AIHL Championship and the iconic Goodall Cup. Join us to be part of Australian ice hockey history. Head to theaihl.com for tickets. See you there. Steve, something you and I have seen a few of.
Oh, look, the finals is just an exciting time to be there. I mean, you got one game, and anything can happen in that one game. So the tension in the air, the tension in the seats, it's just terrific. It really is an exciting time to be there.
We've even commentated the finals together. 2010, I believe, you and I did at least the semi-final.
And I think it was the best commentating team that ever did the finals there, Peter. That's
yeah, we did. Well, we might get a couple of votes. I don't know about unanimous. But it was certainly a big thrill, and that was a thrilling game. That was the one where Newcastle had a terrible, shocking first period and nearly came back still to win it. Even Adelaide said, look, if they had another 1 or 2 minutes left, Newcastle would have caught us.
The pressure was coming. Yes, they just did so well. I think it was 7 goals or something they come back from or something like that. It was just crazy.
I think the final score was 7-5 or 7-6, but Newcastle, I think almost all of those goals were in the third and final period. So it was a crazy game.
And again, that's what the excitement's all about. That's how it builds. You just never know what's going to happen in those games. And, of course, with Newcastle winning in the shootout as well, too. And there'll always, sorry, not a shootout, in the penalty shot, there'll always be conjecture about whether it shouldn't have been or should have been a penalty shot. Brian Bales didn't care. He just put the puck away. Said, thank you very much.
Brian's doing well in Canberra at the moment. He's really enjoying his life down there. But, yeah, back to the finals. It's a special experience. It really is a pinnacle of our sport in this country. I mean, we saw some great hockey recently with the USA-Canada series, but that was for fun. These guys, they're not being paid to play, but the passion is just as strong or stronger than the pros. And we've heard that from many of the professional import players say that they feel more about winning for these teams than they do for their professional teams when they're being paid to play.
Oh, well, there's 28 games. You're travelling all over the country, and I mean, you're doing big travels all over this country because this country is so huge. And when you've done that all season long, and you know it's just one game that's going to be the determiner of whether you get to the Goodall Cup or not, yes, it is a magic moment.
Yes, it's all on the line. And speaking of being on the line, 2-1 is the lead for the Northstars after 2 short-handed goals. They were under massive pressure in the second half of that first period. Got 2 short-handed. Thunder got 1 power play, so at the moment their power play is not doing too well. We got 1 in, but 2 also scored against. Newcastle into the zone. Chance scooped on net, and Molloy just a little wide of DeSalvo there. Newcastle quickly on the attack though. To the blue line, kept in by Poulin. Fresh eyes for Hacharik. Gets it back to Poulin. Left and right combination here to Kabashian. We have at the top of the circle Hacharik waiting for the one-timer. Shot from the top of the circle is kept outside, and Poulin will get it back to the half-boards. Penalty about to end. Player on the ice. Quick fire on net, and it's wide and out the other side. So by now we've got full 5 Thunder players engaged. We're back to even. Newcastle still with the pressure though. down in the Thunder's end. Poulin reverses, gets it to the top, to the blue line, and Hachari playing some defense, covering for Poulin. And we've got Dave Ferrari has to come back and help out for Kieran Webster doing the forward checking. That's gone directly to a Thunder player who just stepped out of the box. I'm not sure about the offside on that. There's a chance for Thunder as loose in front off Smart.
It's really been the first real loose rebound that Charlie Smart's given this whole game. And very, very glad that Bernard didn't get a stick on the puck.
It went right by Matt Lindsay. There's a great opportunity missed there by the Thunder. It's gone straight out to Ouellette, but he didn't see it coming. And it went off his skate. Ouellette now at the boards, hands it off at the blue line. Shot on net by David Kudler. Stopped by Smart, and he covers it up. 13:04 left in the second.
Again, fantastic pressure there by the Perth Thunder, but the North Stars were keeping the puck wide the whole time, so they really didn't have a good opportunity there. And Charlie Smart, again, so square to the puck, was able to suck it up without any problem whatsoever. But again, a couple of other scores coming through at the moment, Peter. We're in the second period with the Brave and the Mustangs. The Brave are up 3-2 at the moment, and the Bears and the Melbourne Ice are 5-all with about 4 minutes still to go in period 3.
Bears are playing well. Face off, won by Newcastle, but Lindsay's giving it up to Ouellette. And we're even Stevens here at the moment, but Thunder are getting a bit of time at Newcastle's end since that power play expired. Chance save, beautiful one by Smart, and through the legs by Lindsay. Smart wasn't across and recovered in time, but there was enough red jerseys blocking the way that he did not make it through there. That was a shot by Bro. 36, and a great stop by Smart, so Smart doing very well here.
One of my favourite sayings, Peter, is that if you're going to play around the net, you make sure you got the other guy's stick lifted so that he can't use it. And at that stage there was a lot of North Star players around the net, but no one was lifting sticks, so there was a couple of really good opportunities there that Charlie Smart was too clever for the Thunder to score on, but gee whiz, they've really got to lift sticks, otherwise the Thunder will start getting lucky.
Face off to the right of Smart. Kewen doesn't quite win that. It was a winger win for the Thunder, but they're out of the zone, so they need to tidy up and restart their breakout. Woodman off the boards, cut off by Kewen, but he in turn loses the puck with a stick check. Malloy gets it across to Hacharik, who was going the wrong way, so Thunder will get possession. Back to Hacharik. Cross ice we go to Poulin. Off the skate there of Kewen. And once again, a bit more pinball action between the two teams in the neutral zone. Now it's back to the Newcastle end for Felix Poulin, who's off to Eastern Europe now. Into zone goes Kabashian. Goes up the middle. Bit of a move. Still keeps the puck somehow. Waiting for it is Malloy and Poulin. Poulin takes a shot to the screen and it doesn't quite make it through the defence. Puck bouncing and waved at by the Thunder, who are looking to change. Strange pass.
You just want to keep giving the puck to Kabashian, don't you? Just amazing the stuff he can do with it. His skill set is phenomenal.
Hazelhurst, such great speed. Scooting across the ice there. Bumped was Bro. That was Malloy with the hip check, one of his favourite moves. And Thunder putting on the pressure. Bernard with the puck right now. Gets it to Bro. Gets past Bernard to Ouellette. Watched by Malloy. Hands off defensive duties to Hacharik. Now it's Hazelhurst circling. He tries in going close. And the puck is loose in front. But there's lots of red jerseys to keep things under control. Malloy goes for a hit and doesn't quite get it. Ouellette battles with Kewen, and a stick check by Hacharik breaks out Newcastle, but that's a long shift for Newcastle's import line, where they were in their own end for the majority of that time. Great shift by the Thunder. Thunder working down low, quick shot, and it's out the other side. That was Bro as he goes for a change. Hazelhurst, redirection of beauty there by Jordy Kairos. And Matini gets a shift and he's off to the races. Drops it off for Chalkhouse 16 gets a shift, a shot on net and a stopper play by DeSalvo.
And that's what the North Stars needed, frankly, was to get a stoppage in place so that everyone can settle down and get the lines back together again. But really good collapsing at the net in the defensive zone by the North Stars, blocking shots, just not allowing the puck to get through from the Thunder. The Thunder controlled the play well, but because it was collapsing, there was no room, and the North Stars did a great job in the D zone.
Thunder putting pressure on immediately after that face-off win. Puck is down low, and Pat Naden uses his body first to get past Thunder, but now the Thunder are underway. Into the zone they go, and they're offside. So we've got a couple of youth lines out here between the two teams.
Now, clever play there by the defenseman there for the North Stars, Hayden Sheard, just by delaying the play, and Kyrgios had to make one extra play at the blue line, which then put the team offside. So good, and that's again why I like Hayden Sheard as a defenseman. He's very clever.
And dumped in by Hamish Powell. He has to chase the puck, and now it's Hayden Sheard firing in, stopped by DeSalvo. Nice little backhand move there to get it out of the zone by the Thunder. And back we go again, and that one's icing on Newcastle.
Yeah, I just tried to stretch past, it didn't quite come off there, so the play will come back in the zone. And I don't think it'll hurt Newcastle too badly because they've managed to get quite a few of the kids off that line, so most of the imports are on now. Still only Hayden Sheard's really has been caught behind.
We've got Poulin and Kewen out before the icing call. So we had a partial line change for Newcastle. They need to get out of their own end first. So Poulin quickly took charge of that one and told people what their roles were, showing experience there of a pro. Kewen takes in the zone, nice move, shot in the backhand. It was, I think DeSalvo got a piece of it with a glove.
I think DeSalvo was looking behind him because he wasn't 100% sure where it went. So a beautiful backhand. It's a shot that we don't see happen too often in the league anymore. But that was a terrific backhand with speed and knew exactly where it was going.
9:05 left in the second. It's still a 2-1 lead for Newcastle, so there's been no goals scored since the power play goal by the Thunder late in the third. Newcastle's 2 goals scored short-handed in that long run of penalties they had in the first period. Back underway, and once again Thunder have the puck. Hazelhurst, try the right wing, will dump it in. It's off the blocker of Smart, and Bro is there waiting for it off the glass. Lindsay and Martini, 2 A's. The A team is called today in today's brochure. Shot on net, a good one by Garnson. He waited till he had the right spot, but it just went wide at the far post. Bro takes it back, slows it up, looking to set up the breakout. Instead, it's gone to Ferrari though. So Martini looking for an option. Waring was calling for it. He had a bit of speed, but wasn't picked off by Watini, and that's an icing this time I think on the Thunder to stop a play in anyway.
Yeah, well again the pressure was too much for the Thunder and they just had to ice the puck, so this allows the North Stars to throw their first line on in a offensive face-off situation, so they can try and stretch this lead out because 2-1 is a bit of a fragile lead at the moment.
Isn't it? And both goals short-handed. So we haven't seen the North Stars score even-handed or in the power play so far this game.
So it looks like the Ice have got up over the Bears, I should say, sorry, 6-5.
So that looks like the one in regulation. And that will keep the Bears in last place at the moment. Nice pass attempt onto the stick of Bernard, but it doesn't connect. Oh, nearly off Kewen onto goal there. Smart could see it, but I don't know if he had much time to react, but never mind, it's gone wide. And that's out of play with 8:01 left in the second. Got an update, Steve?
Yeah, the Mustangs
and
the Brave are 4-all. Boy, oh boy.
Canberra.
I'll tell you, that gets tighter and tighter and tighter.
Face off. That one's pushed out of the zone there by Naden, I think it was, taking that face off. He's out there with Timmy Stanger. Hayden Sheard Picks up the puck with speed. He looks good with the puck. Should carry it more. Gets around a hit check. One, not two. Hit. But he's still mostly avoided it, and they've got a face-off. So good job by Hayden.
Done his job. Put the puck down in their zone. Got the face-off. So now we can put some more pressure on the Thunder net. And just confirming, the Ice have definitely defeated the Bears in regulation. So they've taken all the points from that game.
Yep. I saw Felix Pullen giving some grats there to Hayden Sheard for a great shift. So it wasn't just us two that noticed it. Face off to the left of the salvo, and backing up is Lindsay because the Thunder are on the rush. He connects with a pass, shot on net, saved by Smart. Martini quickly getting the face of Lett because he had the puck at his feet. And now Lindsay carries the puck in himself, and Salvo waved at that. I thought they were going to get a face off, but it was a messy save, but a save nevertheless. And Waring loses the puck as he's pinched by two Thunder players in the neutral ice.
We've got a penalty coming up against the North Star player here. The referee has his arm in the air.
So they need to get a touch on this to stop play, because currently we've got 6 white jerseys out there playing the advantage. Stopped by Smart, and it's gone to Waring, and we've got a penalty on the North Stars. Thunder back on the power play.
We've got a high sticking call against Liam Manwaring. And that would have just been inexperience in the middle there, unfortunately, when he wasn't really sure what he should do or how he should move the puck, and it just came from putting a stick in the air then. So I was very unlucky on that play, but again, we've now got an opportunity to score, Peter.
There are easier ways to win games.
There's much easier ways to win games.
That's for sure.
But again, just the way the North Stars leave the zone so quickly on the PK, that's where they get those opportunities.
That time Kewen won the face-off, and Kabashian, speaking of quickly out of the zone, he battles through 1 or 2 players. Newcastle probably offside there, and that's certainly got a reaction. Or actually, I think it was there.
No, hooking they were trying to...
There was a hooking they were trying to call from the Newcastle bench, as Kabashian was held up. Into the zone come the Thunder. Some slick stick handling, puck handling there by, I think it was 23, Geordie Kouris. Yes, it was. Webster now loses the puck to Kewen. Pulling waves at it, but it's gone through, and Brendan will be first to it. And he sends it to David Kugler, number 8. Long pass off the skate of Willett, and we've got a chance for Thunder. A shot and a save by Smart with the pads. Charlie Smart looking very sharp at the moment. Had a great game.
And he'd be happy with that being an old WA boy.
Yeah, Perth boy. He did play in Thunder pre-season. I don't think he got any AIHL games ever. And
I think that may have gone into the netting.
Well, that was no. I could see actually some of the Thunder players said no. So we're checking it with Rick West, and no, he's pointed to the
good point of the spot.
Because Hazelhurst was appealing for it, and then one of his own players said no. So he came up.
That's great sportsmanship when that happens. You know,
yeah. I think he said no. I touched it, mate. So they left it alone. Bro versus Kewen, it's into the skates and goes out to Hazelhurst, so I guess in a way that was Thunder's win. They've got possession in any case. Willett under pressure by Kewen and Pullen. Fashion goes away, he's off to the races, he's got 1 to beat, he's got 1 man with him. Oh, he loses the puck, he thought he got him past the defenseman there.
Jamie Woodman.
But Newcastle need to head back because they're under pressure, they're still on the penalty kill. But they've Thunder got a stop of play, so that's what they wanted. Back in that attacking zone, 5:25 left in the period. There's 37 seconds of power play remaining for the Thunder.
Geez, when Kabashian turns the engine on, doesn't he have speed? Just phenomenal. He's got the skills with his hands, and when he adds the speed that he just showed then, he is such a dangerous player.
What impresses me is how he can shake off hits and still keep going and not lose the puck.
His balance is just magnificent.
Yeah, it keeps the puck closer to him probably than a lot of players. Thunder creeping in, get a shot off, and it's off a player. That's hurt Hacharik a little. He's limpy a little. It's gone off his skate. Across the other side, up to the top of the umbrella, looking for a screen. Shot on net, a beautiful blocker save by Smart. Pullen working hard, trying to cut off Goranson and Hazelhurst, these 2 bearded gentlemen from the west. Up to the blue line. Good penalty kill here by Newcastle. Pat Naden's in on it. And a mistake, and away goes Pat Naden. He's got Pullen with him. And up ahead is Manwaring. He's out of the box. A shot on net.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's a great save by the Salvo, I believe.
And here come the Thunder.
Thunder on the counter. Shot on net into the glove. Save by Smart. What a great period of play that.
What a great period of play. I mean, the end-to-end action, the fact that the DeSalvo made that brilliant save down there on Naden and then come straight back and Smart say, thank you very much. Do you want to see the puck again? Here it is in my glove. So just two fantastic plays. Oh, just fantastic plays.
We'd love to see a goalie battle.
And again, Coach Petrie is trusting this line a lot. He's got Sheard out there again, so that's good.
Haynes very good on the face-off. I know when he was playing a couple of years ago, he won quite a few. He didn't win that one, but he was up against some pretty good players. Quick shot on net. It's a rebound, so it's loose, but picked up by Chalker. But he's instead fired it off the back of Hamish Powell. Off the backside, perhaps. Down it goes to David Kudler. He's got Pat Naden with a forecheck. And straight across the ice is Hamish Powell. You can see the Thunder weren't moving the puck. Chalker takes it to safety, goes off the boards. Pat Naden backhands it. I don't know if it was beautifully weighted or he just fluffed that, but it's gone to Hamish Powell anyway.
Beautifully weighted.
Let's go beautifully weighted. It looked like he didn't quite get what he wanted on it, but it actually turned out really well.
Peter, beautifully weighted.
All right, Steve, I'll be an optimist. Hayden Sheard cuts off his man with a nice move.
Oh, crossbar.
And I tell you that Simon Cool had no problem taking him down. Tim Stanger avoids a check, fires the puck in, and Newcastle get their change of players, so it was a good shift for this line. Great shift for that line. All young Aussie boys. Almost all of them locals as well. It's cut off by the Thunder, and they're on the counter. Bro looking for support, but his lines are changing. On comes Ouellette, and a save by Smart as Bernard comes across to try and lift the puck.
That was really, really clever by Charlie Smart. Again, just in the right position. A small little touch there by Bernard straight into his glove because he was there. Just really clever. He's just really following the puck tonight. He's seeing where it is the whole time, and he's making sure his body's there the whole time as well too. So that's why the Perth Thunder are finding it so difficult to be able to get the puck past him because they've taken a lot of shots on him. They've taken a lot of shots.
Hardy Hawkins waiting to drop the puck, and he does, and once again Thunder win it. Jessica Bernard is having a fantastic game at the dot. Matt Lindsay pressures him into the boards, tries to bring it down front, instead goes to the half boards. We've got Ouellette for Hazelhurst. Fight on net as Bro comes across with the screen, but it's wide of the mark, and Newcastle will skate out of the zone. Off the boards they go, and Manwaring will chase it with Jonathan Ruth. Jonathan now with the puck. Loses it to Thunder. I think it's Hazelhurst.
Hazelhurst.
Yep. And we've got another penalty, and I think it might be Newcastle again. No, this one looks like it's going to the Thunder. It's the first one for Newcastle for a while. A long while, really. I think it was at... they had a run of a few around halfway through the first period. Or before the halfway mark of the first period. This is the first one for a while.
Yeah, well, again, just the Thunder weren't able to handle the fact that the pressure went down their zone. And again, doing D-zone work for a few seconds, and fortunately someone stopped in the right way, and now we have a interference call.
Good scramble by that young line.
Northstars really would like to put this puck away. 2 minutes to go. We need a 3-1 lead.
So we've got a rested top line here out on the ice. Thunder have cleared the puck, and Pullen will pick it up in his own zone. Hands it off to Kabashian in 14. Up at the blue line, we've got Kewen and Hacharik. Hacharik, the recipient of the pass, doesn't quite get it, and it's gone to Thunder. But Newcastle have got a bit of a breakaway here, but it's cut up by Bro. He'll fire the puck down ice.
Oh, what a play.
Lob shot to Ouellette. And that shot off the stick of Smart. That was probably going wide anyhow. Dave Kudler gets deep deck down to get the puck in his own end and fires it out. So a good penalty kill for the Thunder here. More good pressure this time. It's on Kabashian 14. There's 44 Pool and Newcastle offside. So that's been a bit of a mess. This power play for the Northstars. Great pressure by this PK.
Yeah, and again, right from the word go, the PK for Thunder from the very first penalty that they received has been very strong, very aggressive in the North Stars' face. They know how good the North Stars power play unit is, full import line. So they've been very aggressive in making sure they don't have any time and space at all, which has really negated the fact that the North Stars are as good as they are. They just have not been able to put pressure in the net.
We just had an attempted late change by the North Stars of lines, and it was turned back, and I wonder if that was almost deliberate. It gave this import line another 20 seconds of rest. So let's see what. Anyway, they're on now. The second power play unit does not get out, and Kabashian has the puck. He tries to drop off, but Poulin is not there yet. He is now. And Malloy turns around, heading back, trying to get across the net. Instead it goes to the half boards. Kabashian. Cue now to Poulin. Slap shot. Scores! 3-1 Newcastle. They make up for a pretty rotten start for this power play with a boomer from Poulin from the top of the umbrella, and he gets his second for the night.
I just love seeing that, Peter. I mean, that's what he really needs to do. He's got the bazooka, just let it bang, and look what happened. Again, another great goal. The 3-1 lead that we need going in. With a minute 10 to go in the second period, the 3-1 lead has really sort of put the assertiveness on this game that the North Stars wanted to do. So momentum is now building with them, and it's all been special teams that has done all the goals so far tonight.
Face off, centre ice, 3-1 lead for the North Stars. 1:10 left in the second period. Back to 5-on-5. Hopefully we get some more of that. We have had a lot more this period. But as you say, Steve, it's the lifeblood of hockey is at 5-on-5 speed. Thunder quickly in Newcastle's zone, putting on pressure. Walking the blue line with some skill there. Nice skill is Bro. He gets the puck away to Ouellette. Little backhand, not much mustard on it, but Ouellette waits and looks for options. Gets it to the top of the umbrella for Hazelhurst. Shot through the screen. Scores!
Another deflection.
That must have hit two sticks, I think.
Well, Bernard's got his hands up in the air, so he believes he got it.
I think it actually went off a Newcastle stick after that and went in, or maybe it was Smart's, but it just kind of lobbed up after it hit him, and it's gone in no matter what. So quickly, Thunder back with a 3-2 game with 37 seconds left in the second.
Yeah, just very unlucky. I mean, it's always tough like that when there's a lot of bodies in front of the net and it just hits a stick and bounces up. Charlie Smart shouldn't be too worried about that. He's banging his stick a little bit, so he knows that he could have had it. Maybe it's a little bit shallow in his net. Maybe if it's out a little bit further, he may have had it, but it's too late now. The score's 3-2.
I think it actually went off his stick. It was the final touch. Face off, 36 seconds remains in this period. Newcastle win that one. And that's on the stick of Kewen, but it's quickly, he couldn't hold on to it, and Thunder get it back to neutral ice. This time it's Kabashian. No, it's Kula. He'll dump it in. David Kula pinned in the corner. Kept in the zone by Newcastle, and they fire in the corner with 19 seconds. This will probably be the end of the period. One chance for Newcastle here. Kabashian behind the net. Looking for Hacharik. He'll go behind the net now. Out in front, it's a bit of a scramble, 8 seconds. I don't see another scoring chance happening. Maybe just one more shot. And now that'll see out the period with 3 seconds to go. Stopped by by the salvo with 0.22 seconds remaining.
0.22 of a second to go. Look, there's no doubt, Peter, this has been a hard-fought period. I mean, it's really 1-all the period because the North Stars were ahead 2-1 at the end of the first. And it has been that kind of period, backwards and forwards. Certainly all the goals so far have been scored by special teams, either in the power play or the PK, until that last one there, scored by Bernard with a tip-in from the shot from Hazelhurst from the point. Here's the first goal that's been scored at 5-on-5 scenario. But this has been a really good period. It's been exciting hockey from both teams.
That'll end this period, so we're kind of where we left off, Steve, with 1 goal difference. Both teams getting a power play goal. Sorry, the last one was 5-on-5.
Yep.
But yeah, more of the same. That was a bit more open.
Well, just watching these two teams, if we do get 5-on-5 for the third period, this is going to be unbelievably exciting because both guys have really wanted to do the transition quickly from offense to defense, and that's what's led to the opportunities they've been getting. But it's that special teams. That's why all teams work so hard on special teams, so that they get that right, so they can actually push forward. So I would say to you right now, momentum looks a little bit North Starry.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I usually try to provide an alternative position, but not that I could count the Thunder out. They're not very far behind at all, do they?
No. As I said, it's a great game because it is so close. I mean, really, what I like about the Thunder is that they're putting a lot of pressure on Charlie Smart and they're getting a lot of big shots straight at him. And that's what's really giving the opportunities. But Charlie Smart has been huge tonight. He's been good in the net. He's been deep when he needs to be. He's been out top of the crease when he needs to be. He's been square when he needs to be. And the glove has been flashing a few times as well too. DeSalvo, of course, is a great goaltender. For the North Stars to put 3 behind him is terrific. That's above what his normal goal against average is. So they've done well. But this is a very exciting game between two very close hockey teams.
What I'm noticing tonight that's a bit different to what we had a couple of weeks back at least was the contribution from the second and third line for Newcastle has been very strong. They haven't got any points, but they've been really good. They've been safe. They've been confident. They didn't have that a few weeks ago. They were they just didn't have that confidence. They didn't have that go forward. And they were expensive for Coach Petrie, and that's not what you want. You want to be able to lean on your local players to hold the fort at the very least, if not score.
Oh, absolutely.
Until you can get your guns out there.
And the second line would be disappointed that the Perth got that second goal, because I mean, really, they did a great job on the D zone, and then just a fluky deflection, unfortunately, led to their goal. So, but again, Perth had to be there. Perth had to put the pressure on. So
well, and Perth were applying the old idiom that you fire the puck in the net. Eventually something's going to go in.
Good things happen.
And that's what they've continued to do, and that was a great example of why you should do that.
Yeah.
So we've got a 3-2 lead for the North Stars. They had their first goal that wasn't short-handed, that one on the power play. We'll be back in a bit under 10 minutes for the third and final period.
And a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! He tries to net walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood. Teresi gets a shot and scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoot, and he scores!
And towards Cox. Cox gets the shot away. Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! Perth take the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
The AIHL is excited to announce the 2017 AIHL Finals presented by Air Canada. The O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne will host the final series featuring non-stop action the 2nd and 3rd of September. On Saturday, the final 4 teams go head-to-head in elimination semi-finals. And the winner of each will face each other on Sunday to battle for the ultimate honours, the AIHL Championship and the iconic Goodall Cup. Join us to be part of the Australian ice hockey history. Head to theaihl.com for tickets. We'll see you there.
Cannot wait, Peter. Cannot wait. It's just such a great time of the year when the AIHL finals are on. Of course, they're in Melbourne again this year, and it is such a wonderful city. So much to do, so many things to see.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a rink that has a shopping centre right across the road. You got transport coming within a couple of 100 metres, or maybe 300 metres. It's a bit of a long street, that Pearl River Road.
It is, but most of the transport's free too, so it's very easy to get around the city.
Part of the Free City Circle.
Yeah.
So it's like its own little island out in Docklands. So it's very handy for people coming in from out of town, at the very least, to be close to the rink.
The hardest thing about the grand final weekend is the Monday morning waking up to catch a plane back.
Certainly is. Done that a few times. Even had to drive back once.
You're a legend, mate. You're a legend.
It was after a win too.
Oh, jeez.
I had to stay dry that night. Well, fortunately, with media duties, we were up late at night doing all media stuff. We weren't really drinking at all, so I think we had 1 or 2 celebration beers, and then we went back to work. That's life in media crew, volunteering. Can't beat it. So back to this game. We're about to get underway. We've got 20 minutes on the clock for this 3rd and final period. Request has the puck. It's a 3-2 lead for the Newcastle Northstars, the hosts. Perth Thunder, the visitors, with 2. They scored that goal late in that period off a... Well, as Steve, you're mentioning, Hazelhurst is sneaking in from the point, pinched in, fired the shot. It was off number 28.
Well, he's such a clever player. I mean, that's why he plays for Australia. And it's such a large contributor for that team as well, too. Just the way he just was quiet, on the weak side, just crept in, got the puck, boom. And all of a sudden it was in the net. It was very smart.
So a 3-1 lead was short for Newcastle as Thunder got one back, so it's a 3-2 lead now. And Newcastle have the puck off that face-off, but they're in their own zone. And that's bouncing off the boards. It goes to the Thunder, so they've got the puck back. Even teams, but Newcastle quickly under pressure here, and that was through a screen, but it's hit a Newcastle defender, and we've got to stop a play with just 42 seconds gone so far.
Yeah, interesting call by Coach Petrie to start this line against the Perth number 1 line, just to try and shut them down so that he can get his import line out against the second Perth line.
Face off. And it's a bit of a scramble win, but it is a win for Newcastle in the end, but kept in the zone by the Thunder. A shot from the far point and a broken stick, so a quick change of stick here for Goranson. He has one now. Was that Dave Ferrari? He must have stood on an invisible stick or something out there.
A banana peel or something.
It's definitely a banana peel style. Loss of balance there. Thunder keep it in. Fake, now it's going to Goranson with a shot.
Oh, great save.
Off Charlie Smart and straight to the corner with the angled pads behind the net. Smart watches it, see if Aled brings it out in front. It's gone out wide. Dropped off behind, and Hazelhurst has it. Man who set up the last goal. To the point, quick shot gets blocked by Newcastle stick, and Newcastle scared out of the zone. Hayden Sheard. Newcastle are changing. Into the zone, a shot fired, and Smart makes a save, and it's bumped off the stick. Kept in the zone. Oh, it's off. Is that Sheard?
No, it's Kabashian.
Kabashian off Kabashian, and Newcastle can't hold possession at the moment. It's been all Perth Thunder so far this period. Into the zone they go. Fakes, Kabashian with a move. Can't get it forward to Hacharik, who runs into Kewen, and the Thunder on the counter. So
every time he touches the puck, there's some other magic happens. It's just beautiful to watch.
Kewen reverses, goes to Hacharik. Long pass, bounces off the board, skating onto his pool, and he's got to beat. I thought it was 27. It is Woodman. Yeah, it's a skipper.
Yes.
Bash in, feeds the puck to Pullen. Can't get it in front for Kewen. Oh, he keeps it alive as he's falling over. Chance in front. Score!
Oh, great goal.
Nice setup in front. Just too much pressure from the Northstars, and they get up by 2.
The hustle, and then led to that. So the Pullemek snuck down there and was able to get a great wrist shot away. And DeSalvo had no hope of trying to save that. Just too good a shot, too much time to shoot it. And again, the Northstars needed that 4-2. That puts a lot more pressure on the Thunder, which is terrific.
So the last 2-goal lead was short-lived. We'll see how this one goes. Actually, two goal leads have been short-lived.
No, a good move by Coach Petrie to throw his second line out against the All-Star Thunder line and then have the imports come out and score that goal. So very clever, very clever.
It's an aggressive move, but it's paid dividends, so well done. I think he saw the opportunity to really put the Thunder under pressure. So, and to put some faith into his own local guys. Knocked down by Ruth, and into the zone goes Goranson. He's forced wide by the defenders. Ruth now gets a body on Hazelhurst. Couple of expats. Around the boards it goes. And we've got to stop a play.
I think it's gone up into the netting, so just a face-off down in the North Star zone.
Yeah, he just pointed in front of him, so it's going to stay in Newcastle zone, as you say, Steve. 4-2 is the lead right now. We've got 16:54 remaining in this period. And North Stars input line back out against the Thunder input line, but they've been out there a bit longer. Charik. Picked up by Kewen. Around the boards it goes. Kabashian held up there. Newcastle now on the counter. Felix Pullen comes in, crosses the line, takes a shot, and DeSalvo with a shoulder. Did well to get that shoulder up to stop the puck.
Yeah, Pullen just with a laser. I mean, he looked at that top corner and then just fired. You can see in his eyes, he knew exactly where it was going. Unfortunately for him, DeSalvo knew exactly where it was going as well too, and managed to get his shoulder up on it. It was a good save in the end.
Yeah, it was a good save. DeSalvo's cursing himself, I think. He got a bit handcuffed, but he still had the great position, and he's tall enough to be able to lift up that shoulder as they are trained to do and block it with his body. So it might have been how he wanted to handle it, but in the end it was handled well.
And Coach Ruck is still having trouble with the referee here, trying to get the right guys out on the ice.
So Thunder have changed lines, so they're up against the North Stars import line again. Charik fails to cut off a pass to Hazelhurst. His long pass gets past Malloy and Sack is taken hard into the boards by Malloy. Neutralise, and Newcastle glove it down, and they're on the attack. Into the zone goes Kabashian. Inside pass is a beauty, but not enough space there to get a shot away for Hacharik.
Yeah, just a bit low, unfortunately.
Yeah, he missed the first recipient. The guys were kind of in straight line. They needed to be staggered a bit more. And into the corner off a Thunder stick for DeSalvo to stop up. Skating onto it is the captain, Woodman. Gets it to Jordy Koros up at the blue line. Then he goes spinning off a missed check. Walking the blue line, still keeping it in somehow. That's got to be Kabashian, yeah.
It is
Who
indeed.
can make moves like that is Cal Kabashian. Lose the puck, he still gets it back. Dave Kudla takes two of them to two Kudlas are separating.
That's 3 of them.
Now we got the puck again, and it's gone out of Kewen, but Kewen's been bumped off by Woodman, a tall Western Australian, local product. Also on the Aussie team too, isn't he?
Correct.
I think he played in this last one.
He did indeed.
And played well. Dave Ferrari, throw that in for DeSalvo to stop up. Hazelhurst. Pressured by Midwaring. Here's a guy who can play in the Aussie team if he keeps up this good play. Pretty young, just 19, I think. Midwaring.
Yeah, he's been playing in the youth end of the junior team, so he's got a great future.
So maybe still 18. So he's another guy that's played in the US, the Canadian high school leagues. He played for Notre Dame, I think, the same school Gary went to, and a few of the Northstars and ex-AHL players. Tyler Lovering is another one that went to that school. The Greyhounds. Into the zone. Kewen under pressure from the longer reach there of Bernard. He gets it to Goranson. He's under pressure by Harcharik. Goranson, though, holds the puck. He's getting support coming in from Bro. Goranson keeps it, though. The fake from Bro. And Willette has the puck. Trying to set up Bro, I think it was. That was Bernard. Newcastle get possession in their end. Looking to break out. The lob shot there from Pullen bounces down towards DeSalvo, who will stop it up. Getting onto it is Dave Kudla, pressured by 12 and 96. Goranson spins about. So they're doing a good job of tiring out this top line. Haven't had a lot of puck in that shift. Definitely high speed, high stakes at the moment, Steve.
Absolutely, yes. The North Stars, interesting play there by Pullen, just to do the lob down in, because normally you would use that as an opportunity to change, which they didn't do. But they did a great forecheck and 1-2-2, just to slow Perth down, and they couldn't actually get through the neutral zone at all. So a really good lob play, a really good neutral zone forecheck. So North Stars have played really well tonight.
Face off. And its eventual win by Thunder is it's a pushing competition. Hamish Powell under pressure. He gets to the puck first and gets it out of the zone, but Newcastle want to set up a breakout here, and so Chalker reverses. Gets it back to Naden. Doesn't quite. Oh, pardon me. Naden picks it up off the deflection. And Thunder are doing a great job on this forecheck. This young Aussie line is having trouble breaking out of their zone. Keeping their heads about them, though, so it's a good contest.
Yeah.
Fight on net to Salvo. Easy pushes out of the way, and we've got the a partial change here, I think.
Good pinch there by Hayden Sheard to keep the pressure on.
No, that was Timmy Stanger. I thought it might have been Kabashian at one stage. Yeah, different stick handling.
Slightly.
Yeah. In goes Woodman. Takes it all away himself. Newcastle, though, get possession behind the net. Kept in the zone by the Thunder. A slow shot on net. Doesn't quite make it. On target.
Well, a good play there by Jamie Woodman, the captain for the Perth Thunder. Just trying to make something happen out there, and it hasn't for them so far tonight.
Skating on with his Naden. Takes a weak shot. He couldn't quite get around Hazelhurst, and it was no problem for DeSalvo to push away into the corner now. Kabashian on, so we've got a partial line change here. Ferrari and Naden are still out there, but otherwise we've got fresh legs. Pullen looks like we've got 2-on-1. We've got a penalty against Newcastle. Shot on net is saved by Smart. Playing the advantage is the Thunder, and that'll be it. Newcastle on the penalty kill again.
Now this is going to put a lot of pressure on Newcastle, because we've got a high sticking call coming up, and now they're going to have to kill this penalty. The import line has just got on the ice, so they should be relatively comfortable to be able to handle the first part of this PK. But really what we don't want to see happen is the Perth Thunder get an opportunity to put the puck away. Saying all that, We have scored 2 of our 4 goals short-handed.
Yeah, that's not a good way to play. So, is that Pat Naden?
Pat
91?
Naden, yep.
It's the box, so he's tired at the end of his shift and he's been caught out. Probably with a hooker. 2 minutes for high sticks. You had it, Steve, sorry. I should have paid more attention to you. Up to the blue line. Thunder working that blue line as they have throughout this game. They're playing an umbrella power play, trying to get up to the high man for the one-timer. And a bit of a scramble in front. Thunder get it back in the corner, up to the top of that umbrella. Looking to set up the shot. Shot on net, and it's kept wide by the sticks of the defenders. Attempted cross to get in front, but Newcastle will scoop it out, and down it bounces to De Silva. Steve Kewen forechecking, nearly outsmarted him with a fake. Into the zone goes Bernard. He gets it to Willett. Shot and a save by Smart off the gear. And Hazelhurst is calling for a penalty. I don't think he's get one off that. There was 2 sticks involved.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Steve Kewen is helping Hazelhurst count to 2. That's pretty funny. The thing I have noticed is the Thunder have gone away from banging the puck at the net as often as they were in the first period on the power play, so it's not really helping them at the moment.
So they're trying to do that setup all the time, which Newcastle have been a little too guilty of. I mean, it can result in goals, no question. But sometimes it just results in no shots and no goals.
And it results in this. Puck comes out of the zone, you've got to go back, set up again, waste another 20 seconds.
Hazelhurst has it now. They've got 43 seconds remaining in this power play. Dave Ferrari gets to it first. Pretty aggressive penalty kill by Newcastle, but they've had plenty of practice this game. Jonathan Ruth doesn't go for the fake. Hazelhurst, quick shot on net, save, loose, and it's out of the zone. 22 seconds remains in the power play. Three players have escaped that one. Ferrari has it though, and he'll fire it down the ice. And we've down under 10 seconds now on this penalty kill, as far as Newcastle's concerned. 3 seconds into the zone goes Bernard. So this line's both lines are going to be tired. Kibashian has a chance. He's away at the blue line. Newcastle into the zone. Fake by Naden. Nice move. Looking for help. He's got some of the best with him. Instead, it's picked up by Kula after a couple of nice hits. 5-on-5 into the zone. Goes wide, big hit. That's got to be more. That was a huge hit. It was, number 20. The man just loves to drive the hip into the boards.
Yeah, perfect timing on that hit. Beautiful.
He has that ability to time it. Just great lateral movement and backward skating by the Newcastle skipper. And that's lobbed down, bounces in front of De Silva. Malloy working hard to get to it first. He steals it off David Kula. Gets it back to his teammate. We've got their Kibashian, number 14. It's out of the zone, so Newcastle need to get back to the blue line and touch up. They do. Gives DeSalvo time to pass it off to Woodman. Woodman pressured by Kewen. He skates up the middle. And gets it away to Olet. Into the boards by a falling Newcastle player. Hayden Sheard that was. Shot on net and a save. There's a block there by Newcastle.
By Hayden Sheard. I thought he was going to block it with his head for a second.
It must have been right into the pads because that would have hurt really bad if it got somewhere tender. He would have been felled like a tree.
He's got his head down on the bench now.
Maybe it did. It might have got him in the pants. Hazelhurst keeps it in. Patient player. So much time. Bouncing around and loved by Smart. Great play, both teams, but Newcastle, especially in that last section there. 8:15 remaining. Good pressure by Perth.
Yeah, well, for the first time in quite a few games, Peter, it doesn't look like we look tired at the end of the game. So obviously Coach Petrie's done a really good job line matching with his players and putting the right guys out there so that the import line has an opportunity to have a rest. So that's going to bode well for this last 8 minutes of this game because we'll be able to put pressure on Perth and maybe even extend this lead.
But the reason that they're the reason he's able to use his second and third lines is because they're in front, and the reason I think they're in front is because they've gone back to their defense.
Absolutely.
Instead of being an attacking team, they change tactics to be an offensive team, and it's just paying off for them. Puck bouncing. Hacharik gathers it in with some slick moves, but Dave Kudler gets in his face a bit. Loses his stick though, and it's loose in front, but DeSalvo's got it.
Yeah, that was a really slick move there by Hacharik, but could have stayed with him the whole time and made sure that he stayed out wide, which is what he's been doing. But yeah, just talking, but you're right, it's a defensive side of the game, and I mean, when you think about the two short-handed goals, and you can't get more defensive than scoring on your penalty kill, so everything has really worked well tonight for them.
Waiting for the goalies to be set. They are now. Request signals is okay to go. We've got a puck is dropped, and another win for the Thunder on the face-off. This time Simon Kudler. Newcastle with a shot and a save by DeSalvo. Kewen gets one away quickly.
Now look how high DeSalvo is in the net there on the crease. He knew where the shot was coming from, so he moved out so that he could actually take the angle away from Kewen, so it wouldn't be as dangerous a shot as Steve would like to have been.
Has great numbers in the SPHL, DeSalvo. He's a leading goalie there. Woodman gets the puck away to Jordy Corris, and into the zone goes Bremner. Quick shot towards net, doesn't make it. And down low they go. So we've got imports versus locals for the Thunder. And Newcastle have their imports out. And at the moment, the Thunder locals are doing a really good job. Newcastle lose possession as Kewen comes in, and Hazelhurst will spring Goranson, who goes up the left wing. He's got to get past Ferrari. He's got Hazelhurst backing him up. Shot gets on net, but it's cleared by the defence of the corner. But Thunder have it. There's a chance for them now. Shot and a save. It's loose.
Too big again.
And the return shot just too much. It's exceedingly a goal. Is it in?
No, there's no goal.
No, it was waved off by. So Thunder players were celebrating, but I saw Rick West wave it off immediately. So I assume perhaps the net was already off.
Mate,
it is off now.
So he was chopping bananas the way he waved that off so quickly. But it was a big scramble around the net there. I can only assume that he didn't see the puck and blew the whistle dead before the puck.
It might have been that the net was already off. Couldn't really see from here. That was my feeling. It was the net was off.
Yep.
Because there was a lot of scramble right before that.
Well, he was 100% sure it wasn't in. So as I said, he waved that off pretty strongly.
Yeah, he didn't even need to check with his linies. 7:02 left in the game. It's still a 4-2 lead for Newcastle. Cross it goes. So Thunder won that, but it's gone right back to the salvo. Jonathan Ruth goes back to forward check, and Goranson has it behind the salvo's net. The pass banks off the boards, gets to Willett, who's going up the middle. Takes a shot, it goes wide of the net, but not by far, as you can tell by Steve's reaction.
Jeez, I tell you, that looked like it was going in.
Yeah, it
from
looked
the
pretty
angle
sweet, didn't it? It was a nice shot. It was just about a foot too wide. Thunder now working on the outside. Looks like a bit of a power play at the moment, but they can quickly change as Newcastle spring a player. No, Jonathan is a bit tired, and they're going to go for a change instead. Bro gets around one man, goes up the middle. Takes it on the outside too because Willett is waiting. He has the puck in the corner. Goes to Brennan, shot and a score.
Holy dolly.
That was pardon me, that was Jessica Bernard. That was right in the top corner on the near side, even harder.
He just leant on the stick and it just rocketed.
Threaded the needle. Makes it 4-3. Well done, Thunder.
And I mean, that's a tough save for a goalie to make. We saw DeSalvo make a beautiful one on the top of his shoulder earlier in the period, but that shot there from Bernard was just over Charlie Smart before Charlie even knew he'd shot it, I thought. So it was a really, really good shot.
Ripper release and absolutely threaded a needle to get it right in that top corner, right under the bar. You hit it. Hit the bar as it went in the corner.
4-3.
So that was real-time sniping there. Thunder just one behind now. We've got 6 minutes of thrilling AIHL coming now. DeSalvo. Newcastle put the pressure on now in the Thunder end. So Hacharik looking for support. He's got a few players around him. Wearing the red for Sundays. Good checking by the Thunder, keeping Newcastle pinned, but breaking out is Kabashian. Gets it to Hacharik, shot. Kewen tries to get back around, but it's bounced off the boards and DeSalvo. DeSalvo is smothered.
You can tell a class player when he realises where the shot's got to go. And Hacharik saw that DeSalvo was moving to the right of his net, so he shot it to the left, where he wouldn't have been able to reach out and get it. Unfortunately, it was wide of the net, but just a clever shot. If it had been on net, it was in the net.
And great awareness by DeSalvo to expect the bounce off the backboards and smother it.
Yeah, good play. Good little hockey plays, just all around.
Quick attempted shot there by Jonathan Ruth on the face-off. But he didn't get the shot away, and Newcastle go back to their own end to organise a breakout. Up they come. Pass goes up the middle. It's off a stick and into the zone. DeSalvo out to play it. And Waring watching Hazelhurst. Newcastle have some possession. It's chipped out back to their own end. Of course, they're happy to kill some time, although being on the attack is usually the safest thing as far as defence goes. Hazelhurst will pick it up off the boards. He's got Waring trying to cut him off. He loses the tyre, and down he goes. Thunder working well here. Willett comes in, fires.
Lucky.
Out the other side.
Missed.
Bernard bumped into the glass by Kabashian. And Newcastle have possession. Can they break out this time? Goranson waves at it with a glove. Does bump it down. Keeps it in. Keeps it alive. Chance for Bernard. Players go flying and the puck is loose. And Newcastle is skating onto it. We've got some room here. We've got a chance. Shoots and a save by DeSalvo. Bumped off him though as the players escape by Kabashian. They're looking inside in front.
Oh, nice
save! Hacharik robbed in front.
Kabashian, he's got eyes in the back of his head. How he saw that Hacharik was there in front of the net and gave him the puck, it was just so good. The skill level's phenomenal there.
There's a bit of a laugh between Hacharik and DeSalvo there. I think they've played together in the SPHL. Face off to the left of DeSalvo. Still a 4-3 game. A thriller here in Newcastle. Home team is ahead, but it's quiet because the tension is high here. Kept in the zone.
Well, Newcastle's been in this situation so many times this year, and unfortunately, the other team has come back.
Leads, yeah.
Not tonight, Peter. Not tonight.
Well, it's pretty even at the moment. It's a real arm wrestle. Force wide there. Nice move on Kudla by Kabashian. Skating onto it is Malloy, a man who loves to put the body on. A devastating hip check. It was played right into the Thunder stick by Poulin, and the Thunder quickly putting them under pressure. In front, backhand scores! That's what I'm talking about. That's a mistake you don't want to make. And that was Felix Poulin's mistake.
Well, they're coming to the end of their shift, and they're certainly tired, that line. And Geordie Koros, he doesn't mind scoring goals, and he was there, and he does have a great backhand. He works hard on that, and he used it just then to put that puck away. So, 4-4 makes the game exciting.
It was already exciting enough for me.
Yeah, it really is not where Newcastle wanted to be, obviously. I mean, I'm stating the obvious there when I say that. But really, they're just very unlucky there that the import line was at the end of the shift. Very tired. And obviously, when you're tired, you don't necessarily always make the best decisions, and I was just unlucky. And Kiros, just too quick to get on that puck.
Very quick release on the backhand. So Rick West will drop the puck. We've got 3:31 remaining. It's 4-4 here. Game nearly done. If we're even, we'll go to shootout at the end of the period.
Looks like Rick West, the referee, has seen Goranson and Dave Ferrari having a bit of a chat to each other at the face-off. It got a little bit heated, so they sent both of them to the penalty box for a couple of minutes. So the Newcastle Northstars will be down a defenseman, 3 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Ferrari's been that nickel player all night tonight, and he's really got into the Perth Thunder's heads. And he'd be happy with his job because he's actually taken Goranson, who's an import, off the
Goranson, he's a...
Yeah, I knew that. I was just seeing if you were paying attention.
He's an expat, I believe.
Yes. But a good player. And he's
He is a good player, yeah. I think he's Swedish. Or is it Norwegian? He's Scandinavian for sure. His name's a bit of a giveaway. For Daniel Goranson.
All right. So we're going 4-on-4, so this is going to open the ice up, and it should suit the North Stars. They've got a good speed game, and Kabashian should love this.
Face off, won by Newcastle. Malloy has it. So, of course, Thunder would definitely like to win this, but Newcastle really do need to win it. And ideally, very much almost need to win it in regulation time. So the pressure is on them now.
Maximum points.
Into the zone goes Charik. Drag move in front. It's loose, but couldn't get to it on the other side of Hazelhurst. Kewen. Long pass. Connects the dots. And forced out wide is Bro. Newcastle will get it. They'll skate it up. We've got a real duel here happening, and Newcastle are offside, so they can't take that into the zone. They do now, but they're offside.
That's offside.
He wasn't across yet.
Yeah, Pullen just trying to hold on, or just so that they can come back onside, but just not quite long enough. But it's so exciting when it's 4-on-4, isn't it? There's so much more ice. You can see the players actually looking for each other a lot more because there's so much more ice. So they know there's opportunities out there. So this is exciting.
Face off, won by Newcastle. They have possession. Matt Lindsay holds the puck. Under pressure there, but he does manage to get it away on the second attempt. Into the zone they go. Kabashian looking inside. Takes himself. Got some room. Goes forced behind the net. He really had the Thunder scrambling there, but he couldn't get it to another player or on net for a shot. Kept in. Deflection is wide. Kept in the zone. That will get round to Kabashian. He'll pick it up, looking for a chance in front. Tries a wraparound instead. He'll get the puck back. Walking the blue line to Pullen. Shot. Stopped by De Silva. And we're going to stop a play as the net comes off.
Yeah, net comes off, yeah. And they're the two guys who really want to have the puck, don't you? Pullen and Kabashian. There's always something's going to be happening when they've got it. And again, the skill of Kabashian to be able to hang on to the puck no matter how many guys are hanging off him. He's still able to hang on to it, make something happen.
Tony Hawken holds the puck and communication between the players. Kabashian won that face-off. He has it right now. He gets the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by De Silva, but a big rebound. It goes to Hazelhurst. So Thunder are out of trouble. In a Newcastle zone they go. Hazelhurst wants to keep play down this end. Last couple of minutes. While it's in that end, Newcastle under pressure. They know Newcastle need outright wins.
Yeah, time's their friend at the moment.
They'll be happy with 1 or 2 points, I think. Newcastle really want 3. Shot on net is blocked. 1:20. We're at 5-5 as the other two plays come on. Straight away, Dave Ferrari gets the puck into the zone. They go, and that's forced off the stick of Kabashian by Jordy Curris. He banks it off the glass, and down it goes to Dave Ferrari, who's fresh out of the box, looking for his options. He goes to the right wing, dumped in by Newcastle, and skating on with a Steve Kewen. Dave Kudler. And he battled behind the net. Kewen needs some help. He's on his own, and now we've got the Thunder going the other way. It's Bernard into the zone. Shot on net. Saved by Smart. 54 seconds remains.
Charlie needed to do that. Charlie did do that. That was a great save. That was terrific.
He's made a great save against one of the better imports in the league.
Well, just the way he moved to that to take away the angle and everything, and then absorbed it into his body. So that we get the face off and just settle everything down a little bit so the imports have a chance to suck a little bit more air in so they can work hard for this last 53 seconds. So we've got a timeout coming now with the Newcastle Northstars. In another game, Peter, the Brave have defeated the Mustangs 6-5 in a shootout.
So another game of 6-5 tonight.
So the Mustangs,
another close one.
Mustangs have grabbed a point from that.
So Mustangs won that weekend, 4 points to 2.
Correct.
So what's the play now, Steve?
Well, score a goal.
Yeah. This is really about resting the players more than setting up the play.
Like, there's no doubt that the import for the North Stars are such a talented crew, and really Pullen and Kabashian are the two that have to have the puck on their stick so they can make something happen. It'd be great. Pullen, he's got the bazooka if he can let that go, and Kabashian, that sweet pass he is going to set someone up. So really, Kuhn and Hacharik will just want to be around the net so that Kabashian can give him the puck. And if that happens, anything can happen.
I thought they might have... we've got Matt Lindsay out there. I thought they might put Rob Malloy in because he's pretty good at doing that pinch. We saw that goal, the first goal they scored last week, where he pinched in low and picked up the pass from Kabashian. But Matt Lindsay's also pretty good, especially on the delivery, a good quarterback. Newcastle waved out. Pullen had already broken through the gate.
They're keen. They want to get moving.
52.94 seconds remains in the regular time in the period. That's gone out to the other side. Newcastle get to it first. Stopped by the stick of the Thunder, and that's into Charlie Smart, or off Charlie Smart, and there's another stop and play. So we're down to 43 seconds. We've burnt 10 seconds there.
The play looked good to get the puck over to Kabashian, then he just didn't have anyone playing with him so they could make something happen. So that's why it was unfortunately lost to the Thunder. But now the North Stars have possession.
They've got 39 seconds to do something now. And Thunder are playing defensively. They realise the pressures are different here. Newcastle have lost the puck though in the zone. Kabashian loses it in his feet. And an icing called on Thunder. So back to DeSalvo's end we go.
Alright, so with 27 seconds to go, we need to face off. We need to get the puck back to Pullen. Pullen needs to smash it. Game over.
Last time you were positive, Steve, we know what happened.
The Perth Thunder have called a timeout now so they can plan how they're going to handle this face-off, because they really do need to win the face-off so that they take the pressure off them, whereas the North Stars will be thinking about how we can win this face-off, how we can set up a shot so that we can get it past DeSalvo. And really moving DeSalvo tonight's been the way that they've been scoring the goals, so if they can somehow get one on one side of the net, someone on the other side of the net, move it quickly, they'll have an opportunity probably to put it away.
It's not that point, Jeb. It's almost, Newcastle almost feel like they have to pull Charlie Smart for an extra attacker. I mean, we're not at that point of doing die as far as the season goes, but it's not that far away either. Like to just get 1 point or 2 points tonight might be enough just to make it even that much harder. So.
Yeah. But everything, Peter, is going to revolve around this face-off right now. This next 27 seconds is going to be determined by what happens right now at this face-off.
Hardy Hawken has the puck. We've got Joe Hacharik versus, pardon me, it's Kabashian 14 versus Bernard 28. Puck won by Thunder. Goranson goes back to get it. Under pressure there by Hacharik. And Thunder have possession. They're taking it down the ice. And that's going into the skates of Goranson. He gets it off the boards. Doesn't quite get much on that. So Matt Lindsay's waiting. He's going to try and get it forward. Newcastle have a chance now into the zone.
Shoot it.
Hacharik bumped off the puck. So that'll see you at the period. One last shot. And that's in a regular time. We're going to shootout here at Newcastle at Hunter Rice Skating Stadium.
Such a close game. I mean, both teams have really done everything they can to stay in this game, and to have a 4-all. I mean, it was 2-1 after the end of the first period for the North Stars, and then that second period stayed at 3-2, so it was 1-all. And then this period, the Perth Thunder have come out and won to get ahead to make it 4-all. And look, you have to say congratulations to them to come back like that so that they could do so. But really, the North Stars have played very well. They've just been unlucky.
So back to the shootout. We've had a couple of these. We had a win last week against Adelaide, and we're up against another import goalie in DeSalvo, and a very good one.
Absolutely. But Charlie Smart played really well in the shootout last week. He moved and took away the opportunity for them, from Adelaide Adrenaline, and that's why he actually won the shootout. So it was good on him. It was fantastic.
So 2 points if they get the win tonight. Won't be enough for the North Stars. Well, maybe just enough to catch the Bears, and I think they're even there. So it won't be enough to move them up the ladder.
Well, they would move up because the Bears have played more games.
Chance Ewan moves in. He's off his skates. And tries to move, and it doesn't come off. I think it was actually a recovery from a mistake there. So it actually came off his skates, which is fine if you hit him with a stick, but he didn't get it on
He just
target.
didn't quite get his stick on it. You know, it was a good move. DeSalvo sort of followed him, so it was a good move, but he just couldn't get the puck back on his stick.
Pretty fancy to bank it off his skates.
If it came off, he would have been a hero.
I think Brent Bros is going to go with the wrist shot. Let's see what he does. He's going right because he's a left-hand shot. He's bringing on the forehand. He's going wide, so he's going to come across Smart, trying to make him move. Fakes, beaks, and saved by Smart. Oh, it's a goal. He snuck it in.
Slipped it under his leg.
A great goal in the end then. So Thunder up 1-0 after the first round.
You're right, Peter. I thought Charlie Smart had that because he had his leg on the ice, but unfortunately it was slipped just underneath the pad.
There was no reaction from anybody too. It was too far from us to really see clearly. The other end.
Kavashian needs to score.
Kavashian takes it to the forehand. Deeks.
Oh,
Scores!
yes.
That was a three Deeks goal. So 1-1. So we're back to even, but the Thunder at the moment still got more shooters to come.
Yeah.
The best of three. They're got 1 for 1. Newcastle 1 from 2.
And Kavashian, I mean, he was right in the paint when he made those last few moves there. So I think DeSalvo was actually dizzy watching the puck.
He has incredible puck control.
Soft hands, beautiful.
Christian
soft
Lett
hands.
has the puck. He is a right-hand shot, and he's going left-right. Now he's back on the forehand. Fakes.
Oh, good save.
Saved by Smart, so we're even 1-1.
Kept his glove there. Didn't have to glove it. He just kept his glove there and it hit it, so it was good.
Felix Poulin is the next man. Newcastle's defenseman, also the high scorer though. He's off to, I think it was Slovakia for our summer. Here's winter. There's a puck. He's going to do the move again. No, just tries with the fake.
Lost it.
Just tried to put on the backhand the last minute, but Salva had him covered. So this is a chance for the Thunder. They can win it here with a goal.
Yeah, I think Pullman was just a little bit disappointed, but that puck was moving on him and it rolled up on him. So
Kieran Webster.
He's got a great shot, Kieran Webster. It'll be interesting to see how he uses it.
He's going to come on the forehand now. Smart watches him, waits. Makes a save.
Save, Charlie Smart.
So we're going to sudden death.
Charlie and Kieran have been in many practices and played in many teams together, so I think Charlie knew exactly what Kieran was going to be doing then.
Yeah, I figured they knew each other well.
Very well.
Would have played for the Swans many times. Thunder.
In Australian teams.
Australia, junior and youth. Joe Charek now. Brings on the forehand, waits, shoots, 5-hole and saved by DeSalvo. Thunder up. Here's a chance to win it again. Benjamin Bro.
Oh.
We can win it here for the Thunder.
That's a new system they've introduced this year to the AIHL, and you can reuse players.
That's right. You can reuse your players.
Yeah.
Is it after the initial 3?
Yes. I think actually our referee might be a bit confused. I shouldn't say confused. He's not 100% sure, but that I know that has changed this year.
I've seen it happen in previous. You have to play 3 or 5 something first. No, he's right. Off you go. Yeah, change of rules. Ben Bro. Let's get onto it. Takes it wide again. So this is the one that snuck in before. Across the net. Fakes.
Oh.
Scores. Top shelf. Thunder win it. 5-4 final score. It's come back for the Thunder down 4-2. They've got 2 in the third and then win the shootout. So it's a tough one for Newcastle coming down in the shootout.
Yeah, you're right, Peter. Because, I mean, for most of the game, the Newcastle Northstars looked the better of the two teams. And certainly they came out with a lot of energy. The systems were working well. The systems worked well all game long, to tell you the truth. They got a couple of really good goals, shorthanded. They got a great power play goal and then a lovely 5-on-5 goal. So, I mean, they really played very well. So this would be a disappointment.
Oh, massive, yeah. It's also another nail in the coffin as to getting to this year's finals. It's going to make it much harder again.
Well, certainly Newcastle going to be proud of the team, though. They really played well. They really gave it everything tonight.
Yes, it was a good team effort. So there's something there for the coach. but points are what it's about at this point. So two teams go through their handshakes. What more can you do, Steve?
I tell you, because you can't be disappointed with the effort and what the boys have been putting into each game. The reality is that we're scoring 4 or 5 goals a game, but it's just not being enough goals to actually win games. So you would have to say that defensively you would love to try and reduce the amount of goals that are going in. That's an obvious thing to do. But they have been working very hard on it, and it's obvious when you see it, the systems that they're using, the systems through the neutral zone, the way they're collapsing in the defensive zone. They're doing a lot of really, really good things out there. Just bloody unlucky.
Yeah, I think there was a little there was a couple of times, the things weren't favourable for the Thunder in the third period mostly. The first period was all about penalties pretty much. Newcastle got their shorthanded, but otherwise they didn't play as well on the power play. So we've got one Thunder fan here, but I did notice he's also got a Northstars Benny on, so I think he's one of those guys that normally follows the home team, but when his team from his state comes in, he changes.
Yeah, that's Luke Reeves. He's a great kid, fantastic bloke.
Yeah.
So,
well, that'll see us out for them tonight. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast here. The host team, the Newcastle Northstars and the Thunder, going to Shootout, and the Thunder winning in Shootout 5-4. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.